Okay, good. Perfect. Okay, so today we are going to talk about the next few months because it's go time. A lot of people have this mentality that it's the end of the year. If they worked hard, they're going to just pull off the reins and kind of live off the volume they've created and live off the momentum they created. And that's the opposite, because come January, you want to be sailing. And what you do now over these next few months is going to set you up for 2017. So as you all know, in the challenge pack world, what you did 2 to 3 weeks ago is what is happening right now. So if you invited like crazy 2 to 3 weeks ago, you're probably right now being like, wow, like this is coming so easy to me. It's not that it's all just happening out of, random behavior. It's because you put in that work. But if all of a sudden you're like, man, like nothing's happening, there's a reason for that. Check 2 to 3 weeks ago, look in your calendar and be like, yeah, I was kind of busy. Like I didn't post a lot and I don't think I invited anybody. And that's usually a direct result, but also can be set on a bigger scale for right now, these last few months, and January, February. That's when you'll see that momentum. So now is really the time to start pushing. I don't know, Virginia, if you want to chime in right off the hop here too.
Yeah, for sure. And I love a lot of coaches are saying like, this September is the new January, because this is the time that people, they're back from summer, they're getting back into a routine, and that's the time that they're more open to trying these challenges. Because in the summer, it's crazy. It's so easy for people to say no because they have barbecues, they have weddings, they have, vacations and all of that stuff. So now is really the time to put in that legwork and message people, get them in your next challenge group. What are we at? It's September 14th. So go hard this week, next week, and invite to your October challenge group. And, October, November, December, that's it. That's all we have left in 2016. So it's really, really crazy. But this is the time to get those challengers in your groups so they can use Shakeology, they can use the programs, get used to them, and start them coaching in November, December, so that in January, when a lot of people will want to start their journey, you'll already have those coaches started and they can just start going hard. And it'll honestly be easier for them in those months, because those are typically our busier months, is January, February in the new year. So now is the time to really dive in and invite so many people, because really that's all it's about, is how many people are you talking to? How many people are you inviting to your challenge groups? How many people are you inviting to your coaching opportunity? How many people are you showing love on their page? It doesn't have to be about Beachbody. Are you wishing everybody happy birthday? People love that, and they will probably click on your page if they're like, hey, who's that? But that was nice of her. Like, I appreciate that. She took time out of her day to say happy birthday or comment on someone's picture. So make sure you're doing that stuff right now. This is the time to go hard.
Yeah, absolutely. And you won't regret it. And I know a lot of people say, well, you don't have the time, or that's not what this is about. Like I still work on days and I still do the same things I do on days that I have off as the days that I work. I just make it fit into my day. Some people can do a power hour. That's just not how I operate. I can't sit down for an hour and hammer everything out. I work in pockets. I still have the same duties in a power hour, but I do 15 minutes in the morning before I go to work. I get my invites out. I get my post up, check into my challenge group. Maybe I'll do my workout and do a sweaty selfie, whatever the case is. At lunch, I do follow-ups. I look over things. I'm eating my lunch at work, visiting with people, and I have time to do that. After work, when I get home, before Alex gets home, I do a few more things, maybe have a team call in the evening, and then I can shut down. But I'm consistent. I don't skip those steps. There's never goes, a morning where I don't check in, right? And once it becomes a habit, those things make it so much easier for you guys. And once you just do them, you'll notice such a big difference for sure. It doesn't have to take over your life, but if you're actually wanting this to drastically change your life, you need to make those changes. That's a reality of it for sure. And if you're wanting to run it like a hobby, but I know a lot of you guys that are on this call probably don't just want this as a hobby. It's probably something you want to see become fruitful, right? So these are kind of the ways that we go about doing that. It's not supposed to really, alter the way that you live your life in a bad way. It's supposed to do the opposite. So just get a system in place and follow it for the next few months, and you'll notice a huge difference when that consistency comes into play.
Yeah, definitely just find what works for you. Like I was the same way when I was in school. it's all of that little time. Like there's time during your lunch break, or there's time you're like waiting doing something, if your car's getting washed, or like you're getting an oil change and you're just sitting there for 20 minutes. Go and add new friends, go and like message some people, or go and comment on their picture. It's all about utilizing those little moments during your day. If you're busy and you work full time, or you go to school or whatever, if you're a mom, just find those pockets to work in. Even still right now, I'm pretty much full time because I'm just studying to take my boards, but I still kind of work in pockets because I find that's what works for me. But if that power hour works for you, do it and just knock it out for the day, and then check back in at night. But just find what works for you and just go for it. And like whatever works for me and Kirsten, like don't feel that you need to do the exact same. Just find whatever works for you.
Yeah, definitely. And there's so much inspiration. I know a lot of people say, well, like, what do I do in my power hour? What are the things that I need to get done? If you go to Google and type in Beachbody Power Hour, you will find so much content. It's crazy. And I mean that for a lot of different things. Like people ask me, okay, well, I'm ready to run my own challenge group. I want to make some posts. Like, do you have any other samples available? If you go to Google and type in Beachbody Challenge Group post ideas, oh my gosh, there's tons. Same thing on Pinterest. If you need inspiration, go to the internet and just search. You will find it. And a lot of people think like, wow, you're so creative. No, I just Google everything. I search everything, like how to like take a good selfie and all this stuff. And she's like, wow, like that exists. Like that's a thing. Like you can look all that up. How to make cute graphics, like anything. You can search for it. Just take the initiative and look for it. You'll find tons of stuff. So, and one task I want you guys to do tonight is try and search back. And some of you may not have been a coach in January this past year. That's fine. But go back to the day that you started and go back to that moment that you set goals for yourself. Once you realized, what ranks were, what, goals you had, go back to that and see how far you have come. And if you feel like you haven't made progress, where can you change? What do you need to face head on? And maybe there's something glaring at you, like, girlfriend, you're not inviting people. Maybe it's like hitting you in the face. You're like, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to look at it. And it's like, no. You're not inviting people. That's the problem here. So I know we only have 3 months left of this year, but you need to tackle that head on. Make that big, scary, hairy change those last 3 months, and you will see more growth in these 3 months than you saw in the last few. Okay.
What do you need?
But I think it's really
cool. What do you need?
Oh, who do we got here? Christine. There we go. Perfect. Seth, maybe? Calling people out. Perfect. Good. Okay. But yeah, what you need to do is just face it head on. I know a lot of people, it's hard to admit that, okay, yeah, I don't invite people to the coaching and, opportunity. I just don't. I'm not confident enough. Okay, that's fine. And it's good that you can recognize that, but it's also really, really important that you address it. So maybe you need to get some personal development on communication skills. Maybe you feel like I just can't get a paragraph together and explain myself enough. Maybe you need PD on communication. Maybe you need some badass education from you are, a badass or whatever. Maybe you need that sort of thing. But I feel like it's really important to look back January 1 or day 1, whatever it is for you. What was your goal? What was your real big scary thing you wanted to achieve this year? And if you're not there, let's readdress it and start over. Let's start fresh, wipe the slate clean. If all these past few months you haven't been good at inviting, you haven't had creative posts or whatever it is, starting today, we're going to work on it. Because if you just sit there and say, well, I'm just not good at live videos, maybe you need a boost of confidence. Maybe you need to just learn about the technology, whatever it is, but let's get better at it. Because just by accepting the fact that we're not good at something is not going to get you anywhere. And I know for me, my issue, and even to this day, I work on it daily, inviting coaches. It's hard for me to do. I always feel like, I just don't want to be like sleazy. How does it come out? And no, I have it like every day when I look at my, like any sort of note, it's like invite, and breed coaches. That's what I have to do. I have to make sure that I'm building that. And obviously I'm not doing that for everybody. I'm not just willy-nilly saying like, hey, you, and you, because we all know that doesn't work. But I do feel like it's important that, how Virginia said, you comment on someone happy birthday, that's a seed that's been planted. Maybe next week you'll comment on a photo of a dress that you actually do like. Don't lie, don't make stuff up. You say, girl, I love that dress. Where'd you get that from? And then they whatever. And you just commented that. Maybe the next time you comment them, you direct message them right in their inbox and say, Kay, I love your clothes. Where are you shopping? Start a conversation. So there's a process to this. There's a system to this. It's not just, I'm going to let it happen as it may, and I just hope it all works out. There's a system. There's a reason why Virginia says happy birthday to every single stranger on her Facebook page. There's a reason for that. That's a seed that's been planted. And you know, it's funny because you'd be like, well, I'm not going to say happy birthday to them. I don't know them. Give them a reason to know you. Be like, oh, this person added me on Facebook and now they're saying happy birthday. They seem like a nice person because Kyle from high school that I knew my whole life didn't say happy birthday to me. What a guy. And now this Virginia that I don't even know went out of her way to say happy birthday to me. I like her, right? So take that to heart, that all those little comments, all those little posts, all those little seeds, they add up. They build relationships, because ultimately the people that sign up to coach with you, and I'm not talking challengers, I'm talking coaches, they sign up because they like you. They love the energy you put out. They like your vibe. They like your tribe. They want to be a part of it. So if you're not putting that out there, they don't want to join. Because unless you're saying, I make $2,000 a week and you can do it too, not all of us can say that, right? And that's a hard thing to say. But if you say like, I'm having fun, I'm a really fun person, I create a really happy, welcoming environment for people to grow at a potential that's completely up to them. And they'll be like, I could get on board with that. So that's my rant. I'm out of breath. I just rambled. Sorry. Go on. Someone else talk for a little bit.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And it's all about being confident. Even if you don't have anyone on your team, if you're just a coach right now, say my team rocks and like I love my team, because you can generalize and refer to our whole team, but just fake it till you make it. Like show all of that energy and positivity, because people will want to be around you and want to keep following you. Because I know that's what happened to me at the very beginning. There's coaches I'd follow and I was like, wow, this girl is just so positive and I just like following her. And that's even the same when I find like people on Instagram or Facebook. I'm like, I really like this girl. Like, even if she doesn't become a challenger, like I would want to be friends with her. And that's exactly what you want people to think about you. Like, wow, that girl's really nice. Like, I would want to be friends with her. And then eventually they might want to join a challenge group. Maybe they won't, but there's a good chance they will if you start building that connection. It's very rare that you're going to just add somebody and they're going to sign up with you. Like, very, very rare. It takes time. Mm-hmm. So that's why we say put in the work now, because if you're building those relationships in maybe next month or the next month, that's when they might join that challenge group, or, you know, consider coaching after following your journey. I always have girls that it's been like a year, 2 years, I'm almost at 3 years, and some of my friends sign up like now. And I'm like, why didn't you sign up before? They're like, I didn't know. I didn't think it was real. And now they're like, why didn't I sign up? I'm like, I don't know, but that's just how it goes. So even if you're feeling kind of down right now, like turn your mindset around, be confident, know what we have to offer. One of my coaches, I love her, and she's always like, why isn't everyone doing this? I just don't get it. Why everyone doesn't want to do this? And that's the mentality you need to have. Like, when people say no, like, be like, this is such an opportunity. If you ever change your mind, like, you better come back around, and like, this is such an opportunity. I don't want you to miss out on it. Make sure that you tell them how awesome this is. Like, I don't think people understand. They see, you know, posts on Facebook and stuff. Try and get them out to your Super Saturday. There's another one coming up in October soon. Mm-hmm. Bring them to a live event. Try different things. Try meeting people in person. I know it's like super scary, but that's how you build relationships too. And they may not sign up right away, but a couple months down the road, they'll be like, oh, I like that girl. She's down to earth. She's actually a real person. Mm-hmm. And that's what you want. You just want to be real, share your story, relate to people. I'm pretty sure everyone like loves me, Kristen, because we always post like pictures of us eating like pizza and like cake, because honestly, I would say 90% of the population eats pizza and cake every month. And there's not very many people that can relate to fitness models that are eating, you know, tilapia and broccoli every single meal and stuff like that. So you want to be real. Don't don't hide those cookies. Share about those cookies or that cake or whatever you love. Maybe share that Shakeology has helped you eat less of that, but still be real and post about all of that stuff. Like I swear I have so many friends on my Facebook that have pit bulls because that's one thing I share about all the time, and people who enjoy pizza because I share about that all the time. So that's what you want to do. Find people like you that you relate to, that you can talk to and build relationships.
I feel like it's so like the fact that you just said don't hide your cookies. I feel like that is now my new team motto. Like, don't hide your cookies. I feel like now we all have a challenge. Okay, this is like your coach's orders. You all need to find a cookie somewhere in your house this evening, and you need to take a picture with it in your mouth or whatever and say don't hide your cookie, and like talk about how like you want to be a coach that shares real, raw, authentic. You want to be honest. You want to be truthful, because there's a lot of bullshit in the health and fitness industry. I'm telling you right now, like a lot of girls use Instagram. They have like apps that they can make themselves skinnier, make their booty bigger. Like, it's brutal. That's a thing. That is a thing. So there's a lot of there's a bunch of liars, and that's a thing. So I feel like, yeah, what did Taryn say here? This might be the only time ever I don't actually have cookies here. Derek, you need to go run to the store. We need cookies. Like,
don't tell him that. He will come back with 12 boxes.
But really, though, like whatever it may be, don't hide your cookie. Like, it's that authenticity. And one of the things that I probably get messaged most about is saying, I love how honest you are. I love how brutally honest you are, saying like, I don't want to work out today, but I'm doing it anyways. Like, I'm going to grin and bear it. Or say like, I had pizza for breakfast. I just started a new workout program and I'm eating cold pizza for breakfast. And I put booze in my coffee. Like, happy Saturday to me. Like, whoops. Like, that's real. But showing people that you can still work out, you can still get results by eating 80-20, right? That's a real thing. So I think that once we start just sharing authentically, that it's such a game changer. And people really, really respond well to that, because they can tell. People can sniff out a liar. They can tell when someone's over, editing their face and doing all these. People know. That's a thing. People know. So being authentic and raw and sharing your story is really important.
Yeah, definitely. And also, just like I kind of touched on it before, but just being confident, knowing that you can talk to anybody out there. Do not be scared to talk to people. And I still sometimes find myself even like nervous to message someone, but then I'm like, what's the worst that's going to happen? Like, honestly, you're sitting behind your computer in your house. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Someone will say no, someone won't respond. Like, those, it's not a big deal if that happens. And even a lot of times people don't respond for like a year. And I just had a coach sign up. She messaged me a year later and said, hey, I'm ready to sign up as a coach now, like out of the blue. And she never even replied to the first message I sent. So that just goes to show, like, people read what you send, and that's still a seed being planted. So don't feel bad. I also wanted to say, like, I think last month I sent out about 50 invitations to my challenge group, and I only had about 5 people even reply. And I feel like people think that people just reply to me all the time, and that's how I hit Success Club all the time. But it's just from those seeds being planted, because the people who sign up for challenge packs or as coaches are from previous months. Like, rarely do my invites for that month come through. Like, the odd time there'll be a couple that'd be like, yes, I'm ready. But usually it's because I've invited them previous months before. So don't get sad or upset if people don't reply or people say no. That's just how it goes. And you just got to keep going, because I'm telling you, if they're still liking your posts, they will come around eventually. Maybe right now is like a tough time for them, or you just never know what they're going through or what's going through their mind. Maybe one of your posts eventually will just spark, and they'll be like, if you post about the value. I know Megan had made a video about the value of $140. And people always say that's so expensive. But then you see them post on Facebook that they went and bought a Michael Kors purse for $200, or they went and bought some jeans for $200, or they went out to eat with their boyfriend and I'm sure they got appetizers and drinks and a full course meal and had to tip their waiter and it came to $140. So it's funny sometimes when people say they don't have $140. So just keep posting a variety of things, because you just never know what's going to speak to someone and they're going to like click and be like, she's right. You know, why do I keep saying no? Why don't I want to do this? I do want to do it. So just make sure you post a variety of stuff and put in that legwork. Make sure you're inviting no matter what. Keep liking their stuff. Nobody's going to get mad for you liking all of their posts.
So true. So true. Like, honestly, people will delete you. Like, it happens, but like that just makes room for more people to be added to your Facebook. Fine. It saves you like the awkward thing to be like, oh, I'm going to delete you. No, it saves you the hassle. Don't be sad if you get 5 likes on something, because if you scroll down my page in the last few days, I have a few things that only got like a handful of likes. Everyone's like, but you get like 150 likes on like a transformation. Yeah. If you posted your transformation, I guarantee you get like 100 likes. Like, people don't realize like there's certain things, like anytime, ask Virginia, anytime we post about a challenge group, like join our group, like 6, 7, 10, maybe, you know, then you post a picture of your cat, like wearing a dinosaur costume. It's like 150, boom. Like, it's crazy. So you know those people are watching all the time. It's fine. They just don't like those ones because they're like, I don't want her to know that I actually like it and I want to join, but I do like it secretly. So there's people watching in the corridors all the time. So don't be worried about not getting enough likes or whatever. And I always tell people it's all relevant to how many friends you have on Facebook. Like, if you look, I have like 3,500 friends on Facebook. So I'm going to get more likes on things. If you have 500 friends on Facebook, you might not get like 25% of people, you know, or 30% or 10%, whatever, liking your photos. But the fact that I just have that volume of people looking, I'm more likely to get more likes on things and more traffic. So that's why you have to add every single day and stop being scared to do that, because what's the worst that'll happen? They're just like, no. Or they might say, do I know you? And you're like, no, but like, I'm a super positive lady. I post about food and I post a lot about women supporting women. I'd love for you to follow me. And they're usually like, okay, cool. Like, just do it. Just add a bunch of strangers. It's like the best thing ever. And some of my friends, like good friends now, were strangers at one time. But because I invited them a few times, I added them on Facebook, they joined a challenge group, they joined my team to coach, and now we're like besties, right? Just bizarre. So if you're not actually adding people, if you're not actually inviting people, you can't expect the same result. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And also, what you put out is what you get back. So if you're not commenting on other people's stuff and you're not liking other people's stuff, that's a huge thing too. And especially if you use Instagram, I found that like if I comment on a lot of people's stuff consistently, they'll start commenting on my stuff too. It's like how you build your little Instagram friendship and hopefully eventually add them on Facebook or whatever. But you definitely need to be commenting on other people's stuff. Don't just like everything, comment, because I think, well, I know personally when I go to my Facebook, if somebody comments, I'm going to go see what they said. If somebody likes it, I'm like, oh, they liked it. But if they comment, I'm going to go see what they said. And then I'll probably even go look at their page to be like, who is that? So think of that when you are scrolling Facebook too. Comment. I would comment more than I would like. And you can comment anything, like if it's a cute picture of them and their boyfriend, like y'all are so cute, or you guys are such a good looking couple. Like it doesn't have to be questions all the time, but if it is like their pet, be like, oh, I love your dog, what kind of dog is he, or and anything like that. Like it really pays off to comment. I think that's one thing that has really helped me definitely build relationships with people I don't know, and then I'll invite them after I feel like we have like a little relationship, even though we don't know each other at all, but we comment back and forth on each other's stuff. So definitely do that.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, guys, we're at 8:30. We talked about goal setting. We talked about confronting the stuff that's holding you back the last few months of the year, and just changing your mindset. And, you know, I talked about this in my team page, but I also talked about it in the live video, but how comparison is the thief of joy, because this is the time of year a lot of people are pushing for big goals. Like you hear like, oh yeah, people are going for 5-star, people are, pushing for elite, this sort of thing. And you're like, I want to be diamond, like you feel so far away from a lot of those big goals. But just know everybody started somewhere. We all had to hit diamond at one point. We all realized that it wasn't easy. It took hard work. We all had to hit 1-star. We all had to hit emerald, like there's all those landmarks, and people forget, like, we were there too. We had to do those same things. So don't be ashamed of your rank. Just be proud of yourself that you're here, that you're pushing, that you're working for it. Because I signed up a few months after Bonnie Engel. And so Virginia signed up around the same time. And if we sat back and said, so, I think I should probably quit because I'm not number 2 in the company right now. I just feel like I'm just not at the same place Bonnie's at, and that makes me sad. And I'm obviously not as good of a coach as she is because she's number 2 and I'm number 9,000. And it's just like, well, I'm not good. That's so wrong. But you just sit back and think, okay, take away all that. What are you really happy about with coaching? What are you happy about? What makes you happy? So for me, I make an income each week, and it's grown steadily over the last 2.5, 3 years. That's exciting to me. Am I making $5,000 a week? Hell no. But I'm making enough money that my life is more comfortable, that I'm happy and I'm proud of myself, and I can buy a few extra things here and there. That makes me happy. Am I a 5-star coach? No, I'm not. I'm working on getting our team there, but I'm really proud of the team that I've built. I have solid girls on my team, people I'm so proud of. I may not have the quantity, but damn, do I have quality. So it's just one of those things. You have to just take a step back and don't get so worked up about everyone else around you and those huge goals that they're hitting. And you're like, I want to be on that leaderboard. I want to be a top Success Club earner. I want this. I want that. Focus on you, focus on your goals, focus on what you can achieve right here, right now. Don't get so caught up in all the big fancy things. It's hard. I know it's hard. I do the same thing, but I do feel like it's important for you to just focus on yourself, focus on why you're doing this, what makes you so happy, and then keep going.
Yeah, I can agree more. And right now, if you follow a ton of coaches, I kind of encourage you to unfollow them. You can totally still creep on their page once in a while, but when I stopped following top coaches, I feel like that's when I started to do better and just do me and kind of, open up and do posts how I wanted to do posts. I was following like Lindsay Matway and Brittany Leggett and all of the coaches that are like 10, 15-star, and they are awesome. And their posts are very valuable to go look at and see what they're posting to get an idea of what kind of content you should share. But now I don't follow any of them because I don't even really want to see them. I just want to do me, and I want to see new friends on my Facebook. And instead of commenting on theirs and then that popping up in my friends' feed, which I've seen happen before, like some of my challengers are now commenting on these top coaches pages because I'm liking and commenting on it, so it's popping up on their Facebook. So you want to really like focus on you, focus on your journey, focus on your friends on Facebook that aren't Beachbody coaches, and just keep your blinders on, keep doing your vitals, and recognize your challengers, your coaches, shout them out on Facebook, write on their walls, make them feel good, and just focus on you, because when you're creeping other coaches' pages, it's not really helping you very much. You're probably just going to end up comparing yourself, and comparison is always the thief of joy. Because I love what Kirsten said, to like sit back and just think about what you've accomplished so far. Even if you're only a coach, if you've lost 10 pounds in a workout program, I know that you feel really good in your clothes. Like that is the best feeling when you have accomplished something for yourself. And just think about that and how you want to share that with others. I know at the beginning that was what I was about, because I couldn't fit in my pants. And then after I did my challenge, I lost 10 pounds. I felt freaking amazing. And I was like, this is what I want my friends and other people to experience, because I had so many friends that would ask me what I was doing or what I was doing for workouts or what I did once I shared my results. And it was just about helping people. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, just make sure to take a step back and just look at you and the basics. Those vital behaviors is really all you have to do. That's all I did for like the first 2 years. I was in school. I was so busy, but I just did those vital behaviors every single day in my pockets and tried to keep my blinders on and do me. And over time, you're just going to build your business. Even if you sign up one coach every 2 months, in a year or 2 years from now, that means you'll have 12, 24 coaches. Your team will grow. I think a lot of times we expect it to happen so fast, but you just have to keep going month by month. And right now is the time to definitely push, like this last 2016, see what you can accomplish, because this business is so much mindset. And I've watched my coaches go from being like, I don't know if I'm a good coach, to like, I rock and I'm an awesome coach and I'm going to invite so many people and I'm going to hit Success Club 10. I'm going to hit Success Club 20. And then they do it because it's all about mindset. What you believe is what you achieve. Ooh, I'm going to end with that.
Boom.
Boom.
So yeah, I think that was a really good call. The timing was good. I almost needed to hear myself say those things. It's just a good reminder when you're pushing for big goals. And just because you're not pushing for elite or you're not pushing for 5-star doesn't mean that, you know what, treat your push to diamond or you treat your push to 1-star and, think of it as, you know what, this is my push for elite. This is, my year. I'm finishing off this year. That's my goal. I want to be able to make a post January 1 and be like, I finished the year a diamond coach and I rocked it. I'm an amazing coach, because nobody knows what a diamond coach is in your like world outside of Facebook. So they're going to be like, ooh, she knows what's up. She knows what's up. I want to be on her team. So just love the heck out of yourself and post about that. And, Virginia does Transformation Tuesday every week. I know that's coming up in my feed, right? I know that's there. And I'm like, I need to get on that train. I need to start doing that. So like I said, get inspiration from the people around you. You don't have to copy and be someone you're not. Just follow your path and just rock it and have fun doing it. Because what's the point? If you're not having fun and you're not feeling like you're making a difference and you're not making a positive impact, well, it's not worth it, right? So step back, have fun, and focus on you. Cool. Okay, guys. Well, we'll wrap up for tonight, and the recording should be up this evening. And yeah, I'm excited. And we'll get back to doing these calls every week consistently. Virginia and I always have to like tell ourselves like, yeah, Wednesday. Oh my God, it's Wednesday. We gotta get a call. So yeah, every Wednesday, it's important. And if you guys, again, if you have topics you want to cover, if there's something that's gray to you guys, like if you don't understand the qualifications for Star Diamond or whatever it is, we'll have a call focused all on that. So if you guys think of one right now, or if you have questions, now's the time before we wrap up. Comments, questions, concerns? Samantha, Brittany, Taryn, Nicole, you're all the ones I see right at the front here. No?
I'm all good. That was a good call, guys.
Well, thank you for joining. I'm happy that you all could be here. You and your plus 0.5, Taryn. Like 0.8 now, really.
A little guy today at school, I'll just tell you this quickly, was loading the bus when I was walking by to go to volleyball. And he turns to his friend. He's like, have you ever noticed that pregnant ladies look like they're carrying around a bowling ball in their shirt? I'm so entertained by this. Thank you so much, 7-year-old.
Kids are so funny.
I actually had, okay, this is off topic. So if you're watching the recording, you can probably shut it off now. But I was visiting my boyfriend's aunt and my boyfriend's mom and another aunt, and one congratulated me on being pregnant. I was like, no, that's the other sister-in-law. And then I was getting invitations ready for his sister-in-law's baby shower. And I had like my address and his name on it, or my name on it. And I like handed it to the one aunt. She's like, a wedding invitation? Like, no, it's a baby shower for my sister-in-law. Like, no, I'm not pregnant. Baby shower, just it's at my house. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go home now. Yeah.
Apparently,
I need to work on the abs, apparently.
I bet they felt bad.
So bad. They bought my lunch.
Good. There you go.
Okay, well, thanks guys for popping on, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.